Good, happy Tuesday morning, December 28th, 2021. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this Tuesday morning edition of your morning news, weather, and traffic update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Let's get started right now. First up, let's begin with your morning news updates. First up, 30 more New Hampshire COVID-19 deaths announced in first report since before Christmas. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Walmart, America's largest, is hiring. Earn $21.95 to $28 per hour plus benefits working at Walmart's Raymond Distribution Center. 50 full-time positions available. Apply today online or text DC to 240-240. Walk-ins welcome.
Well, Tom, today we reached a grim milestone. 30 new deaths reported just this afternoon. It's the highest single-day increase we've seen during the pandemic.
I wasn't surprised, but of course I was dismayed by that incredibly high and preventable number.
Martha Wassel, Director of Infection Prevention at Wentworth Douglas Hospital, says 9 days after a surge in cases, hospitalizations increase. Now, Wassel says she's seeing patients in critical care of all ages.
Healthy, middle-aged men and women with no other comorbidities coming in to seek care and becoming very, very ill.
Of the 30 new deaths reported Monday, all but 4 people were 60 years old or older. While DHHS has not shared their vaccination status, health experts warn we're currently seeing a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
This virus really doesn't distinguish between age, sex, creed, whatever the case might be. If you're unvaccinated, if you're vaccinated and not boosted, and add to that other comorbidities that you may have, age is merely a number at that point.
Dr. Alok Kole, infectious disease consultant at Cheshire Medical Center, says we can't pinpoint how many of the 30 deaths are related to Omicron. While the new strain is thought to bring less severe symptoms, Kole says it's more contagious, potentially leading to an influx in patients at a rate that's still tough on hospitals.
When we start seeing a surge, then the hospitalizations go up, and then the deaths go up.
Health experts are encouraging continued testing, especially before any holiday gatherings. Live in the studio, Grace Feinerman, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. One killed when Amtrak Down Eastern train car collide near Massachusetts, New Hampshire border. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Walmart, America's largest, is hiring. Earn $21.95 to $28 per hour plus benefits working at Walmart's Raymond Distribution Center. 50 full-time positions available. Apply today online or text DC to 240-240. Walk-ins welcome.
The Essex County District Attorney's Office has confirmed to News 9 that one person was killed in that crash, which happened about a block behind us here at this railroad crossing on Rosemont Street.
Oh my goodness.
This cell phone video from a passenger aboard the Amtrak Downeaster train number 683 shows just how badly mangled the pickup truck was from the collision.
It was really sad. Really, it's devastating. I feel prayers to the family.
An Amtrak spokesperson tells News 9 the pickup truck was stopped on the tracks as the train approached shortly before 1 o'clock Monday afternoon. The railroad crossing on Rosemont Street has flashing lights, bells, and gates that go down when a train approaches.
These do go at very high speeds, but, they put the arms down in plenty of time and they blow the whistle. This isn't a no-whistle zone.
According to Amtrak, 80 passengers were aboard the Downeaster train headed from Boston to Brunswick, Maine. No injuries were reported among the passengers or Amtrak crew.
I was standing up in the bathroom, and the train started bouncing. I started bouncing all over the place, and I didn't know what was going on. And after probably 30, 40 seconds, it calmed down.
At this point, it remains unclear why the truck was stopped on the tracks. Residents who live nearby tell us it was a tough scene to see.
It's terrible. I think it's just horrible. It's not a good time anytime, but especially around the holidays.
And at this point, authorities have not identified the lone victim in that crash, nor have they confirmed if that person was the driver of the pickup truck or someone else. We're live in Haverhill tonight. Scott Cook, WMUR News 9.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. Demand increases for COVID-19 tests as officials say many options available in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Alexa, add apples and cinnamon to my list.
We are seeing a very large demand for testing, and that's a good thing.
As individuals plan for or return from their holiday gatherings, many are looking to get tested for COVID-19. And health officials say that can help protect the individual and others.
Our recommendations at the state is for individuals to use testing as an additional layer of prevention for spreading disease.
St. Joseph's Hospital in Nashua is one of the state's 4 fixed testing locations. Others are in Manchester, Claremont, and Newington. The state expects to see demand increase over the next couple of weeks.
After potential exposures or a larger gathering, it's recommended to be tested about 5 to 7 days after that.
Beyond the state sites, there are more than 30 pharmacies, over 20 hospitals, and more than 25 urgent care and outpatient medical practices that provide COVID-19 testing. Convenient MD has 12 locations, which do between 700 and 800 tests per day.
That does not meet the demand of the community, and we are working on enhancing ways to increase testing opportunity, and plan on rolling that out it's the second week of January.
Despite demand, Convenient MD says its turnaround time for testing has not been affected.
Our results are still 24 hours after the sample is taken.
Now, you might have to wait up to 72 hours for test results from the state right now, but at-home tests are also an option. The state says it has over 300,000 free rapid antigen tests available. It also has free PCR tests, both available through its website, covid19.nh.gov. Live in Manchester, Jason King, WMUR News 9.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. Need continues for blood donations in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Walmart, America's largest, is hiring. Earn $21.95 to $28 per hour plus benefits working at Walmart's Raymond Distribution Center. 50 full-time positions available. Apply today online or text DC to 240-240. Watkins, welcome.
Told you about it last week. Still a problem tonight. Right now, Red Cross blood supplies are at a 10-year low, and Granite Staters are stepping up to make a difference. We spoke with Governor Sununu today about the current need for blood, and he talked about his personal experience this year when he went to the hospital and needed blood transfusions.
And when they turned to me and said that they had to start blood transfusions immediately, that hits home real fast, real hard. Nothing that you ever expect to hear, but when you need it, you really do need it. And it wasn't one. I think I had 4 transfusions ultimately just to stabilize me. And I was very blessed and very thankful for every one of those individuals who donated every bit of that blood. I will never know their names. I don't know where they are, but they saved my life.
Wednesday's blood drive at the Dairyfield School is completely booked, but there are still ways to help. Just head to WMUR.com or our mobile app for more information on other drives around the state.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Three people safe after trying to rescue dog who fell through thin ice. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Walmart, America's largest, is hiring. Earn $21.95 to $28 per hour plus benefits working at Walmart's Raymond Distribution Center. 50 full-time positions available. Apply today online or text DC to 240-240. Watkins, welcome.
Extremely lucky. Last night was down in the 20s, teens and 20s.
Moulton Borough Fire says they received the call for an animal rescue on Marcus Road at 10:12 last night. While en route, they learned 3 people also fell through the ice.
They attempted to use ladders to put on the ice and go out and try to get the dog in, and they all ended up going through the ice into the water.
The fire chief says using ladders can help to distribute the weight more evenly, but in this case, it was too much.
The ice just wasn't thick enough to support the weight of the ladders and the people on the ice.
Moulton Borough Fire says while cold, the water wasn't deep, allowing the people to make it back to shore safely.
The water, fortunately for them, is very shallow there, so they were able, even after they broke through, they were able to stand and walk out. That's not always the case.
The people were treated for minor abrasions and cold exposure, and the dog?
Dog was fine, was running around while we were there. Big yellow lab, so it was probably had fun for the dog.
Some words of advice from the fire chief. If your animal falls through the water, go ahead and call 911. If you fall in the water, try to cover your mouth so you don't inhale the water and kick as hard as you can to get out of the hole. In Moulton Borough, Jessica Moran, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that is a look at your morning news updates for this morning. Now let's take a look at your weather update. Weather right now is fog, 29 degrees. Your sunrise will be at 7:16 a.m. and sunset will be at 4:17 p.m. Expect dry conditions for the next 6 hours. And weather for today and tonight. Today, cloudy skies. This morning will become partly cloudy this afternoon. High 39 degrees. Winds west-southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy, low 26 degrees, winds light and variable. That is a look at your weather. Now let's take a look at your traffic update. And here is a look at your traffic update right now. On Henniker, on 202, you're seeing some medium-paced traffic with a little bit of smooth sailing. Hopkinton, medium-paced traffic with a little bit of smooth sailing. Bow, Pembroke, and Concord on I-93. You got some smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Also on I-93, Bosque and Canterbury, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. And Northfield, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. I-393, you got smooth sailing with medium-paced traffic. Chichester Route 4, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Epsom, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. And Northwood, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Lee, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Durham, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Route 16, Rochester, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Dover, smooth sailing with some medium and slow-paced traffic. Newington, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Portsmouth, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Portsmouth into Maine, smooth sailing with some medium and slow-paced traffic. Greenland, smooth sailing. Rye, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Northampton, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Hampton, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. And Seabrook, smooth sailing into the border of Massachusetts. On 101, smooth sailing on 101 with a little bit of medium-paced traffic around the Epping and Exeter area. Around the Manchester and Hooksett area, you got smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. 114, Goffstown, around Goffstown, you got smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. 101, Bedford, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. And 101, Amherst, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. And 101, Milford, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Merrimack, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. And Nashua, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. 101A, Nashua to Milford, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Derry, Londonderry, Windham, Salem, into the border of Massachusetts, you got smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. And that is a look at your traffic update. And that does it for this morning news, weather, and traffic update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Thank you for tuning in and listening. I'll see you back here later on today for another news, weather, and traffic update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Have a great day. Goodbye.